Start recording. Oh, look at the fucking.
We're gonna die.
um. So. So hello YouTube.
Yo.
I just keep opening up the OBS, and the OBS is like, don't stop.
OBS is just like, you two need to stop.
I have a notepad with just the word bronze written in it. It just says bronze. I don't know why. Yeah, don't say that. I don't need that. Okay. So.
Oh, I found actually relevant information that I wrote down.
So YouTube, we're in a game. We're in a game that apparently is called the White Court, but we mostly just call it Spooky's Game. Because my friend and the significant other, Spooky, is running the game.
Yes.
And it's 2 a.m. And my character had a really interesting, session today. And I'm emotionally drained about it. So we decided that we're going to explain what happened for the past how many freaking sessions.
Are we starting from the beginning?
Let's start from the beginning. You weren't there.
Oh, I wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't there. What happened was that we were in a tavern, and my character was stealing money, obviously. I'm a rogue. And...
You should probably explain,
Oh yeah, we should explain the characters. My character is Blair Rue. She has issues with everything. She is half high elf and half halfling. Her mother is part of a homebrew sort of thing of there's different elf kingdoms, and her kingdom was the Glen Elf Kingdom. And then she was kicked out. And yeah. But don't worry about that for right now.
That's not relevant information.
That's not relevant information. But
I'm not relevant information right now.
Cap, I love you. But what happened was that me, a cat, a bard, a tree people, were all in a bar. Sounds like a great story starter, right? Well,
Sounds
it's
like
not.
a joke.
The person who played the tree person, Fiji, is no longer in our game. So, and the cat is literally not like a tabaxi. It is literally a house cat, like awakened house cat. So, we're told oh, people are missing, and do you want to go on a job? And Blair's like, give me the monies. Here's half the monies. You'll get the other half once you finish the job. And I'm like, okay. So that's how Blair joined the fucking group. I don't know why everyone else didn't. But then we went into the mountains, and then we came and we had a dream where we met.
You met Agbek, a Goliath shaman at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was just
He was awkward.
He is awkward. He was very used to the whole dream thing where someone comes. Okay, so Agbek has a lot of visions.
Yeah.
And when he tries to explain them, he sounds completely crazy because anyone having visions just sounds crazy when they try to explain it.
Yeah.
But he's very used to that type of dream thing where you have information there that will be of value later, or you're talking to people, because another thing in his backstory, he had already spoken to there was a god in this dream.
Oh yeah, there was God in the
Oh
stream,
my gosh.
and then our party member named Fairly, she's the bard, decided I'm gonna fucking fight this guy.
Just cusses them out.
And then our cat, Figaro, he decided to sleep through his dream. So
Typical cat style.
can
Sleeping,
sleep
sleeping.
in dream, like sleep inside of sleeping. That's strong.
But yeah, everyone was told, hey, you guys, this is who you're gonna be with. All of
Also,
you.
this is where you're
That's
gonna
not it.
go.
This, everyone's just like, yo, this is who you're gonna be. This is your new party member. New party member, meet everyone else.
Meet all these fuckers.
Oh, and you guys, you have to go to this place.
And then we went to the top of a
You're all
mountain.
heading the same direction anyway.
Yeah. We went to the top of a mountain after fighting a Wendigo. Yes, a Wendigo. We didn't actually fight it. We let one of our NPCs fight it, and then they survived. Yeah, they survived. And then there was a cult at the top of the mountain, and then we had to fight the Wendigo again after we found the people that were missing. And then there's the god. Well, the ex-god.
So basically, we found out that there was this goddess who, or she's now an ex-goddess, but she was a goddess of fate. And
Fate
she
with a capital
betrayed-
F.
Fate with a capital F, dude. There's this entire, there's this entire group of gods, the fake gods, and she betrays all of them. That's how
She fucked up.
someone who's not. And so she actually kills a couple of them. There's like this huge situation.
One goddess
She's
gets
down.
locked away.
Yeah.
And
So
and this is Elamine of many faces. She will
She
come up
sucks.
often.
she sucks. We
Yeah.
also were introduced to Doomva.
Doomva is an abomination. Let me see if I can get an image up real quick of her. Ignore all these memes that are in my in my Discord. This is Doomva. Doomva is a good. I love her. I talk to her often. By often, I mean like twice. I talked to her today.
Yeah, you did.
She actually responded this time.
Yeah, she knows how to respond. Fantastic.
Okay, so everyone like calling her a monster, and I knew about her being Doomva, I guess, or someone shouted out her name's Doomva, and I was like, okay,
No, I think it was me, actually.
yeah.
I think I yelled out.
And then I was like, you're still a person, even though you're a fucked up person. You're not a monster. And then everyone, like, freaking Fairly wanted to fight a god again. And then we fought the Wendigo.
I
And
was just extremely knocked out for this entire experience twice.
I mean, yeah, like
That's
everyone
gonna
was pretty much at 1 hit point at some point, and some underneath 1 hit point.
Yo!
But yeah, and then I told Doomba, fucking stop, you fucking daft cunt. And she's like, oh, okay. And then freaking NPCs out of nowhere freaking shooting laser beams at Doomba. And then Doomba's
It's
like,
just like-
I'm gone, bitch.
She was like, now everyone's up and I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna bless you all with 1 hit point. And yeah, and then she left. And then we were stuck in a magnificent mansion for like 3 days, getting our health back because we were all fucking awful
We
at the
were
time.
all dead as heck.
And
but,
then I followed Ag back over here
Yeah.
down a
We went on-
corridor
we
in
went
the
on a
dark.
journey. Well, yeah. It was dark.
And we went and we walked down the corridor,
Cavern.
and then it was like flooded in a section,
Yeah.
and it was deep enough I could not touch the bottom, so I swam because I'm only 3 feet tall, and Agbeg is 8 foot fucking tall.
2. 8 foot 2.
8 foot fucking tall. And
Big.
so I'm swimming. Agbeg is like, this is okay. And then we had the lovely Amelia with us, and she was in full armor, and we didn't know her at the time, but we knew that she was safe enough to go with. So yeah.
I mean, she kind of saved our lives.
I mean, she kind of saved our lives, sort of, but you know.
Whatever.
And then you talked to a ghost. I'm explaining too much. You talked to a ghost, and I thought you were fucking crazy.
We found a box.
We found a box, and I actually opened it because Agvet couldn't open it.
Well, yeah. It was... I loosened it. We opened the box, and inside is this staff.
Yeah.
And I was told to go find this staff, because this was going to be, like, important to me.
And
so
it
I
was
pick up
important
that.
to you.
It is still very important to me.
You haven't used it yet.
I have used it, I just have not used it since events that happened later.
Yeah, you haven't used the special powers.
So I have the staff now. And I'm just like, yo, I'm a shaman. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm a shaman. I'm gonna speak to spirits, if there's spirits in this area. I was like, yo, Spooky, are there spirits here? And he was just like, yeah, there's a spirit here.
He's like,
and so we talked. And Blair just kind of doggy paddles back in and is just like, what the heck are you doing? And I'm just like, what? Oh. And then the spirit starts to leave. And I'm just like, no, don't go yet.
And he's like, bye, brah.
I was just like, no, let me bless you before you leave. Come on. Why?
Okay, and then after that, we all went back and we got clean because the water was mucky, like gross, still water. Plus, it was bloody as well, so it was nasty. It was super gross. It's super smell.
And it was all over your face.
Yeah, and then I had a dream. And then I had a dream while you were having your dream.
Yeah.
I was sitting down at the freaking dining hall inside the fucking mansion, and I basically was like, I had a cup of coffee and I took a sip and then I immediately crashed and burned. And then I had a talk with another deity type person, and she basically like, yeah, I'm pretty chill with this one chick named Amelia, and I'm also in charge of this, like, what is it?
I don't know what it's called.
It was decomposing that shit. Yeah, she basically something like along those lines. And then I met Amelia, and then we had a talk, and we had a lot of talks, and I love Amelia a lot.
Meanwhile, I was getting in tune with my new staff, and I was just like sitting there meditating with it, and holding it, and
please let me.
I got transported.
Yeah, you got transported via dream.
Yeah, I got transported to like this field of yellow flowers.
And then you ate a flower.
And then my first reaction to seeing a giant field of yellow flowers was to pick one, smell it, and eat it. And it restored my entire health, and I was well rested, and I thought that was amazing. And I wish I had more of those to eat regularly.
Fucking weirdo. I love you, Kat. Um, after that,
But in that dream, I met Istis, the
can you
goddess
chill,
of one
Cheyenne?
of the goddesses of fate.
My cat is not chilling. Please chill. I'm making a video.
Gosh darn it, Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, I'm making a video. Chill the fuck out.
But I met Istis. Istis is like can't see, or she can see, as I asked later on. But she can see, but she's like got this bandana of sorts, kind of around her face. So you can't see her eyes. And we talked for a while, and there was a lot of good information there. And I'm totally not blanking on a lot of that information right now.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it. Everything can be explained with a "don't worry about it."
I'll just, ask if I heard if I have something.
Yeah. And then there's a whole situation of I wasn't there because I was doing shit or I was sick or something. And you guys, oh no, wait. Me and Amelia were having a great talk about whole fact of so people watching this video, do you guys know like Persona 3? And you know Pharos? Basically Pharos is what Amelia is to Claire, I guess. Where we talk about stuff and I refuse that I'm friends with the people I'm hanging out with. So, yeah. And then we notice, oh fuck, where'd the door go? Isn't that the door all the way down there? And we turn around and we see the door is missing and we're like, fuck. And then you, Agvek, had to deal with some shit.
Oh, heck yeah. We were still in the mansion, apparently. It was like Fiji, the tree lady, and
Cat.
it basically dragged Fiji through the mansion as we were chased by things that were blinking in and out of dimensions. I don't remember what they were called.
They were blink spiders, I think. Or something along those lines. I don't fucking know.
Blink?
Oh, blink dogs.
Blinky dogs. Anyways, we were running through and we came across like this spider-like creature who killed something that was chasing us. And I was really cool with him. And then he kind of died right there. We just kind of kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a sad moment, but,
You know.
gotta keep moving.
You
It was my first friend.
Yeah.
First friend I made out of everything. It just died right there.
And I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently we went to a city that it's Argenvine?
Arcanvane!
Argenvine!
Wait, Arcanvane's the dragon.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go to that city.
We did go to that city. We went to two cities. We
I
went
don't
to a city,
remember that
and then we
city.
got inside a mansion, and then we didn't do much in that city. We were just told, hey, go to a different city. And so we went to a different city, or something like that.
I don't know what happened. All I remember is that suddenly we were in the middle of the woods. Or we were going into the woods, and that's what I know. Then we went into the great woods. After
It was
dealing with
dark.
a guy with a gun, I guess. I was
No.
disassociating because my mom is gone. And
So technically some of our companions had met this guy named Jameson who had a gun, and he seemed cool and all that crap.
at least to them, he seems cool.
At least to them, they were the only ones there. Was like the cat and our bard, and that was it.
I believe I was there, but I was disassociating the whole time.
He might have been there. But like anyone who knew any relevant information about this dude wasn't there. Go into the middle of the woods.
Go to the middle of the woods, and in the middle
It's
of the
like
woods,
pitch black.
yeah, it's like stupid like big ass trees. I'm talking about Attack on Titan big ass trees. I'm talking about bigger than that. It's thicker than that. But
You can't see when you're Goliath, you know?
yeah, when it's like nighttime inside the woods.
It's always like nighttime inside those woods.
And then we were traveling, and then we heard a big bang, and that was a gun going off, I guess. And we went and investigated.
So we walked over.
We went
And
and
we
investigated, and we found out like everyone in this tent village was just like fucking demolished, my dude. And then
except for like 3 people.
except for yeah, well, one person was tied up to a fucking tree
And was being killed.
and was
much.
being tortured and killed.
Yeah,
And the other ones were 2 children.
yeah.
And then we saved the children after we talked with Jameson a bit, and then yeah.
Oh yeah, the
And
gunman was Jameson, by the way.
Yeah, Jameson is
Which
gunman.
is extremely relevant to Agvex's backstory.
Agvex's past is a guy named Jamison came and fucking shoot everybody. Goodbye.
Except for like 4 of us.
Except for like 4
And we're all
of them.
kids.
Yeah. And then after that we continued going through the woods, as you do. Like freaking Oregon Trail. Fucking I guess we got dysentery. No, we didn't.
We had a choice of a few different routes to take.
Yeah, and then we went to a city. Well, a city. I mean, like a small area.
A small city.
It's
It was a city still.
Yeah,
It was a gnome city.
it was a gnome city.
Goblin city.
There are gnomes and goblins for all your eyes can feast. Yeah.
Except for a troglodyte.
Except for a troglodyte, he's a cool guy. And a chicken. We'll get to the
And
chicken
chicken.
later. The chicken is important, guys.
Oh,
guys,
we found
the
that
chicken is
chicken, by the way.
Yeah. That chicken.
Backtrack. We found that chicken, and we were returning the chicken.
How long is this video so far?
I don't know.
This video is like, runtime. There, 22 minutes. It's good. Don't worry about it.
We can split this up.
No, we can't. I'm putting
No.
this as one big thing, and it's just gonna be lore dump. Lore dump by 2 tired children.
It's 2:22.
Anyway.
Focus. The chicken.
Chicken. Chicken. Yeah.
So like most of our party when we get to the city is like returning the chicken.
And the other half is like, why are we fucking here?
The other half is doing whatever the other half decides they want to do.
So
They're not
everyone went
there
and
at all.
returned the chicken. There was animatronic drakes protecting the city. And me and Amelia were buddy, and we decided we're gonna relieve the guards for the night, and we're gonna be the ones watching the town. At least on
by
this
the-
edge.
By the way, important information that we also left out. The woman who was tortured that we were talking about a few minutes ago.
Oh, she's alive.
Yeah, she's still alive. She's still alive. I might have helped a little bit. Brought her to the castle.
So yeah.
That was weird.
So
She's okay now.
yeah. And the inventor that invented all the the drakes and the little trinket animals, because there's no animals, there's just like little animatronic animals. It's adorable. And our cat likes to talk to animals, and apparently can talk to the animatronic animals, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy's missing. Don't worry about that for right now. But the important thing is that Blair over here with Amelia, we're both like chilling, we're talking our feelings out. I give her my dagger, she gives me her umbrella. And to show that we trust each other. Yeah. She's a vampire, by the way, I'm letting you know. She's a vampire and a voidborn, which is basically a tiefling, but from the abyss. Yeah. Anyway.
Dun, dun,
Dun dun dun. No, not dun dun dun. She's cool.
yeah.
She's originally from a Curse of Strahd campaign. It's pretty great. Actually, a lot of this world is part of an old Curse of Strahd campaign. Well, the history of the world.
Mhm.
At least relating to Amelia and all that shit. So we were talking, and then suddenly, bam, bam, and freaking Blair is blinded and deafened because a gun went off, and also, basically, a flash grenade went off near her, because that's what the bullets are. They're made of the sun, I guess. Not really, but you know.
They have the capabilities of sun.
They have the
And
capabilities
vampire.
of UV.
And vampire, they don't mix well together.
So, I was stunned and knocked to the ground, and basically Amelia was like, yo, get away from here, I gotta go, and then Blair's like, I'm frozen, and then Amelia's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna fucking do the explodey thing. And she did the explodey thing, which, like, knocked everyone out, knocked everyone back. And then Blair, seeing Amelia down, basically goes, I'm gonna fucking fight this motherfucker who shot her, and guess who the motherfucker is? It's Jameson! And
Jameson sucks.
I tried to fight Jameson on my own, and it didn't work out very well. I guess Blair now has, like, Blair was gonna get shot, and then it jammed, and he tried to hit me, and it didn't work, and then he just, like, kind of picked me up at my neck, and, like, electrocuted me till I was passed out. So,
And then he gave up.
And then he left me alone. And then he left me alone, and that was pretty much what happened. And then there was other stuff that happened as well, but I don't think it's that important.
Other than, like, the entire city got attacked.
Oh yeah, the entire city was getting attacked at the same time. By shadow
By
people.
shadow. And so we're, like, getting out of the city, and Agvek's just like, I want to protect as many people as possible and get some of these civilians out. Yo, Zephyrus, lady that we mentioned, like, half an hour ago.
Oh yeah,
Zephyrus,
she's the best strong woman. She was the
you
best
take the
strong
woman?
NPC.
Will you take this woman that I am carrying, who is still knocked out and injured from Jameson being complete? I hate Jameson.
I know you hate Jameson. We all hate Jameson. He's dead now. Don't worry about it.
Yes. So Zephyrus is just like, you know what? I'm gonna be nice to you. And it takes the body, Nagvek and Ted, who is one of the
Ted is the
four
troglodyte.
siblings. He's the one with the chicken.
Troglodyte had a
And
chicken,
two-
and he's cool. He's basically Krieg from Borderlands 2. It's great.
So like they fight, and then bang, 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 more gunshots, and
But bang.
you look over and Jameson. So Ted, Jameson shoots at Ted. Ted's still up.
Ted fucking survives, my dude.
Ted's a trooper. I love Ted.
All his bones were
Ted was
broken.
like-
All of the bones were broken, but he survived.
I was just like, you know what? I have a gun. I'm gonna shoot back. And it
And then
counted
you
as
missed.
cover fire. It counted as cover fire. So Ted got in and pummeled Jameson's face into the dirt. But
Yeah,
Jameson
but
still lived.
Jameson lived because of his hand, I guess.
And Ted almost died. But I was just like, no, bro, get back in your body.
And then
We were just like,
Jameson went
"Okay."
away. And all the shadow monsters went away. And then we all went back into the city like nothing happened.
Even though it was destroyed.
Even though it was destroyed. And then cut to like a day or so later, we went and we're gonna go find Niv because that's the reason why that Jameson came here was to kill Niv.
So we left the woman and the 2 kids that we actually brought along with us, believe it or not. We're not terrible people.
Oh, we forgot about Gareth joining, but that doesn't matter right now.
Oh, yeah, Gareth also joined.
Gareth is a human paladin who is super dumb and doesn't use paladin powers, so yeah. Anyway, back to the story at hand.
So Gareth stayed back with Zephyrus and others to protect the city while the rest of us decided, no, we're gonna go after Nib, and we'll go find Nib.
And then we went and found Niv.
And I was a lizard.
Yeah, and was a lizard.
What is love?
What is love?
I'm just a lizard. I am a dragon now.
Blip, blip.
And your steak was an elephant.
Anyway. Any fucking way. So we found Niv, and we came up with a plan where Farrelly would make a carbon copy of Blair, and then Blair would hide. Mm-hmm. And then Agvek and Niv and Blair are gonna be like, oh no, Jameson's here. And then we did very well. We did very well, and then he tried to come back, and then I was like, it's his arm, and I cut his arm off after he got his head exploding.
He got shot through the head, and I was to blame.
Can you tell that we're soupy? Oh, I'm so soupy. And then we stayed there for a little bit because we got to revive. Amelia's heart was taken, and then we got her heart back.
And we were just like, how are we gonna get her back alive, though?
How are we gonna get her alive, though? And then we got a druid, and we're like, druid.
The druid just busted down the door and was like, yo, I can do this.
Yeah. I am still about the druid.
But since then, the druid has basically only fallen in love with every single male character to walk the face of this game.
I mean, Draco is a thirsty bitch. Anyway. Draco is a dude, by the way. YouTube, yeah, he's gay, dude, because he's terrified of women. Yeah.
Absolutely terrified.
But anyway.
Even though most of our parties.
Yeah, most of our party are ladies.
Actually, our party has swung towards male.
Oh my god. It has. Originally it was mostly female, and then it turned into, I'm gonna be male now. Anyway.
I'm gonna be man.
I'm gonna be a man.
So, some of our party goes and decides to talk to Niv about something important that had nothing to do with Blair or Agvek, who were sitting upstairs
because there was too many people. Blair. There was too many people, and then Agvek couldn't get down there, without shoving himself down there. So me and Agvek were playing Go Fish, and then a chicken runs by, and we're like, that's weird.
Greg.
That's weird. And then,
we're like, Greg, what are you doing?
Yeah, and Agvek was like, yo, we gotta get that chicken. I'm like, please, we can't go out into the woods alone. And Agvek was like, that's good, because you're coming with me. And just
Football carries
me.
Into the woods.
Into the woods.
After a chicken.
And then we realized there was a clearing. There's no
in
clearings.
The middle of the dark woods.
There is no clearings in the dark woods.
No. What is this?
So we looked up, and what we saw was a giant fuck-off dragon.
Who I had previously met.
In a dream.
He was like, yo, kill Jameson, dude. And I'll be forever in your debt.
What's his name?
Just like,
Kupris, which is a gem dragon?
He's a Kuprim dragon.
A Kuprim dragon.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because we found a really cool concept of gem dragons, and then my friend Spooky was like, yo, that shit is awesome.
And Blair played dead.
And Blair played dead and did it very well.
The dragon almost believed him.
Yeah, the dragon almost believed me.
And he was like, why are you carrying around a dead body? I'm like, oh, she's not dead.
She's not dead. And I'm like, shut up. And then I get set down on the ground. And then there was a light show. There was a lights show, and then Agvek became shiny.
Oh, that's a way of explaining it.
I mean,
Our party kind of ran up to us before that happened. They were like, light show, party comes.
None of that matters, though.
True.
What matters is that you had a light show.
The important part of all of that was the dragon was like, yo, we get champions. We dragons, we can pick champions. And these champions get cool stuff. Yo, Agvek.
Agvek, you want
You
some?
want to be my champion? It was just like, okay.
Agvek, you want some? Yeah.
And then I burst into flames in front of the entire party.
And Blair is fucking like, why?
Then my tattoos were black because I'm a Goliath. And tribal tattoos.
They turned
like
copper?
a bronze. Copper? One of those two. I always mix those.
And then Kupris was like, you have my brother with you. And I'm like, what? What'd you get off of Jameson's corpse? I'm like, I got this glove.
And I'm like, I got this head.
And then the glove turned into a person and was like, yo, my brother just got a champion. I guess I want a champion too. And he's like flirting with everybody. And he was completely nude.
That was just uncomfortable.
And then he decided, I'm going to wait until later. I'll come with you. And then he became part of our party, kind of.
Not really. He did nothing. He contributed nothing.
His name is Ventus. He's a bronze dragon. That's why I had bronze written down. He's a bronze dragon. And then we went and we were returning the sea elf princess back home because she was one of the people that were kidnapped. And that's how we're supposed to get our money. So
actually, all of you were hired. I was just like, yo, we have the same goal. Let's go.
Yeah. And then we get to the port city, and we find a really shitty pirate ship. Well, it's pretty nice pirate ship out of pirate ships, but like shitty compared to what we could have gotten.
It was the only thing we could find.
Yeah, it was the only thing we could find. And then I was like, okay, you guys do you. I'm gonna go see if I can send a message to someone. And Blair went and sent a message to her Thieves Guild, because she's part of the Thieves Guild, because she's a rogue. And I was like, hey, if you see my mom, can you please, like, tell me? And then the person that she was sending the message via was like, you know, 2 of them are here, like, which ones? And she's like, the talker and the shadow. And I'm like, I like the talker, I hate the shadow. I guess, if you can set up an appointment. And then I went back to the bar that I was told to go to. And then my party was there. I was like, okay. And the captain was there. And I was like, okay, I'll talk to the captain, because I think that she is nefarious. So I asked her, in, like, Thieves' Cant, yo, do you have any other passengers on your ship? And she's like, yo, I know you. You want on my ship and talk to the passengers? I'm like, sure. And then I went on her ship and I talked to a very important person to me, Bliss, who is a tiefling whose gender doesn't really exist. If his hair is up, it is his. If her hair is down, it's hers. Yeah. But she's pretty cool. And the Shadow. Oh, his name is Spirit. He's an asshole. I hate him. He's my
Same.
boss.
Not same.
Yeah. And this is like getting closer to recent events. And it's taking me 40 minutes to get here.
We're almost on the boat. We're almost on the boat. The worst part of our campaign is almost here.
We're rambling. So I talked to them and I tell them about my mom's missing and I need you guys to find them. And Bliss disappears, like goes off and goes like, I'll get my contacts, and like goes and talks to people. And then I'm stuck with Spirit. And then I run down everyone who's in my party, what they do. I explain what happened since the beginning of my travels. I explain the dragons. And everything. And yeah. And we got done with the thing. Spirit leaves. I wait a couple minutes to fucking get my thoughts together again. I leave. And the captain's there like, yo, you want some wine? I'm like, yes. Can you tell me where Bliss is staying? And she's like, down on the ship, I guess. And like, no, can you tell me where exactly she's staying? And she's like, oh, you want some? I'm like, sure, yeah, I want some.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets someone else to like take me down there, and I go down into Bliss's room. I get a salute of like good luck from the guy. And I just sit down in the corner and I drink my wine until until Bliss gets back, and it's like 3 bottles of wine later.
Oh.
And Blair is a sad, lonely drunk. This is why you don't drink alone, kids. Blair has a massive crush on Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
And Bliss definitely wants to touch Blair's butt. But, no, yeah, that didn't happen that night.
Mm-mm.
And then when Blair woke up, Bliss was gone. And the boat was ready to sail.
Meanwhile, on land,
You went and saw a fucking statue of a pillar.
the most my character can remember from all of that is there was this giant statuesque thing. I don't remember what it's exactly called. But when pondering on this thing, he's just like, yo, Momer Vash, we haven't spoken in like how many games? Yo, you want to talk? I'm curious about this thing. But no, he's not a cleric, so Momer Vash was like, nah, bruh, I'm not going to actually talk to you. I'm just going to be really cryptic and send you some sand.
Sand. I'm gonna be really cryptic and send you some sand. I'm gonna quote that. Oh yeah, we got quotes on our story.
So, like, he said sand to, like, say different things, and I believe it's, like, remnant, one of many, and the betrayer's last, with the 3 statements. I'm not 100% sure about the middle one. But it's just like, yeah, here you go, have this. And they're just like, I have more questions than I have answers, thank you. But
Please don't judge me.
I get on the
YouTuber
boat.
spelling things
I
wrong.
sleep. I go on the boat, I sleep, I wake up not drunk. Because I did not.
But yeah, I woke up with a hangover. And I was basically like, is everyone on the ship? Yeah. Okay, cool, let's go. Literally, if anyone was like, no, someone's not on the ship, I was just like, who is it? And then they're like, say something, and I'm like, they're not important, bye.
Like, whatever.
Yeah. And Spirit stayed on the ship, but Bliss did not.
And Agvek was really seasick. So he was just like, I'm gonna make ye old and Dramamine now.
Oh yeah, Spirit was like, yo, I got a business trip to take, and be chill, or you know what fucking happens. And like, I know what fucking happens, I guess. And so yeah, that's important for what's gonna happen soon. What happened, actually.
Very soon.
Okay.
So we're on this boat.
We were on this boat for 3 fucking weeks. No, 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks because I ran out of yield and Dramamine by like the last couple days.
Yeah. And we were going, and then we saw this locust monster, and it was fucked up. It was kind of like freaking...
It was like Doomba.
It was like Doomba, but not.
It was like Doomba and another one we met that we didn't mention because he did literally nothing besides bring Jameson
I
back.
really don't remember Crow at all.
He was there. He didn't fight.
I guess,
He was
yeah.
there. He was just like, yo, Jameson.
Second
I'm gonna lift
chance.
you back up. Second chance. And I was just like, screw you. I don't want him to have a second chance. Why are you doing this to me?
But these are basically abominations that were people at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one we nicknamed Locust. This one we nicknamed Locust. Because Locust followed it.
Whim.
And I'm not gonna explain like the boat that... Yeah, there's a boat that like didn't have anyone on it except for like blood stains and like bites from like bugs all over it.
And that was this.
And a chest that had a corpse in it, but don't worry about that, that's a zombie. And then we threw it overboard because of fuck that chest.
And it told me we'll never.
It made me deaf and blind for a short period of time.
Until I lay on against your face, and then you weren't blind anymore.
And then freaking Gareth did something cool and made me not deaf anymore. It was cool.
Yeah. So anyways, we see Locust Monster. Figaro saves the day because Figaro's actually amazing and like was like, no.
Figaro is stupid strong as a cat.
This Locust guy was going to cast a spell that sent a bunch of us into the air. But Figaro was like, nah.
Counter spell.
So we stayed on the boat.
And then we put it in a bubble and let it sink to the bottom of the ocean.
Where it probably didn't drown, sadly.
No, it didn't. Because, cut to days later after fighting a boat. Fighting an actual boat.
Yeah, we fought a boat.
It was a boat.
And some of us got trapped in the boat.
Don't worry about that. That one's not... That's not story related that much.
I mean, our party member dropped a mast on us.
I mean, that was pretty fucking awesome, honestly. He defeated the boat. He defeated the boat.
Using the boat.
Using the boat. And, but the day before, we decided we're gonna run away from that fucking locust thing and not land on where we were supposed to go. And then the dragon that was traveling with us was like, finally put some fucking clothes on and was like, hey, you know, we should go here because I got cool horde here. And yeah. So we went there. And then we followed the fucker. And then we went through a series of Blair disarming traps. And then we went through a series of Blair disarming traps.
And we went through a series of someone almost got stuck in forever.
Yeah.
With the plants.
Yeah, with the plants. And then...
Vic was the only one who could see because he managed to get the ability to see in the dark. No matter how dark, no matter how magically dark, he can see.
Yeah. And then Blair is like, don't touch any of the horde. Let's just continue through to the next door. And we went through the next door, and the dragon was like, yo, chill. You didn't even steal any of my shit. That's pretty cool. And it was like, you know what? This is a great place for you to fight each other. and
So he
was like,
flopped
this
everyone who
person
wasn't
is
relevant.
terrible, this person's terrible, this person's terrible, this person's terrible, this one's rude, this one is
This one's
proud.
the only. This one's the only one who's worthy of being a champion.
The only one worthy of being
Sent
a
away.
champion is already a champion, and that's my brother's champion. I'm not gonna make him double champion.
Cause screw that.
So one by one, everyone vanished until it was me and Fairly, where Blair was basically being very humble, while Fairly was being very proud. And then it was like fight, and smoke like
What?
fog came out of nowhere, and then memories happened
Yeah.
where we
They
were
were
fighting
memories.
memories of a Nerf bat version of the Wendigo, because Wendigos are fucking hard, my dude. And we had to nerf it down. I basically
That
killed it in one hit.
That thing is meant to be fought by many, not just two.
Yeah. And then it was like fight a battle from your past, and it was the Wendigo, and then it's like fight a common enemy, and then it was Jameson. Fight a friend, a trusted friend, and it was oh. Well, I still record this, and then it was like, I guess Discord, please. Hello, Discord.
Wait, what?
My Discord crashed for a second.
Oh, I just explained everything.
And and then it was like fight
Fight
loved
your
ones?
old enemy. Fight your old enemy was Jameson, and then
Yeah,
it was
fight
like
your
fight
old
your old
enemy.
friend.
Fight your
Okay.
trusted friend, and it was Amelia. And then it was fight your
boss and your brother.
what was specifically said was Warden and your brother. And it was Spirit for Blair, and then it was Fairly's brother. And then it was like fight your loved ones, and it was all the party members, and then
I landed
Zephyrus.
a sweet hit on Fairly.
And then Fairly got fucking fucked the hell up.
That may or may not have had something to do with me punching her.
And then so I was like, no, this needs to stop. We're done with this. And I stood and protected Fairly and was like, your game is over. One of the pieces has fallen. I believe that someone is victor. Or something like that. And the guy was like, you think the game is over? Like, you bitch, you didn't even tell me the rules. And he was like, an honorable thief. You are worthy of my championship. And I got electrocuted. Fine again. And
But it wasn't a battle.
yeah, and then I disappeared. And then he turned to Fairly, was like, after everyone came back, and turned to Fairly and was like, what will you do to bring her back? And Fairly's like, oh, I will lose everything. Or something like that, or something.
I would give anything.
I will give anything, everything. And then Fairly was covered with, like, ice. She became the champion of Arkenvane. That seems like a very important thing. And Blair became the champion of Ventus, aka champion of asshole. Because
Ventus is useless.
Ventus is cool. Shut up. I'm the only one that seems to like him.
Like, I like him, but he was useless to us.
I mean, he was useless, but that's just how he is.
Yeah. He just kind of was like, oh, you guys all fought something? Congratulations. Want a cookie? No,
Yeah.
you don't need to get the cookie. I'm gonna eat the cookie. That was Ventus.
Yeah. So we all got like money. We got lots of moolah. And then we got teleported back to the ship. And then we finally made it back to the city today. Oh, we were a day away from the city, and then I was like on watch, and I failed my watch. So Doomba came after I heard a lot of buzzing, and I like waking people up, and I came back to the top of the ship, and Doomba's there like squishing bugs, and I'm like, oh shit, did she see me? And she's like, I see you, bish. And I'm like, okay, I'll get out. And I'm like, are you saying I'm mine? And she goes, yeah. Like, fully in control. Yeah. And we had a
Cool.
neat conversation about how I feel like I am a pawn and she's a pawn, and we can't actually control what our actions are. And it was pretty sweet, and everyone's like, fucking, like, let us out. And then she was like, okay, I guess I'm done. See you later. Bye, Blair. And I'm like, bye, Jumba. My only friend is a monstrosity.
I'm...
And then, like, Fairly Figaro and Agatha come bursting out from the below deck, and then I was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. It was a false thing. And then fucking Spirit bursts out from the captain's quarters and go, what the fuck happened here? And I'm like, well, this is what happened. And I said it very cryptically. And like, don't be cryptic, bitch. And I'm like, fucking, okay, I was being undercover. Fine, this is what fucking happened. And he basically called Blair a child a lot, and then Fairly's like, I'm gonna throw hands.
Fairly does this a lot.
Fairly does this a lot, and I need her to stop.
Picks up Fairly. No, no more.
Stop throwing hands with everything you see.
I can't take much more.
And then basically Fairly's like, fuck you, and then the Spirit's like, fine, fuck you, and flies away. I fly away.
So he goes, and we're on the boat. We
Yeah.
get to the city.
I mean, I think that almost an hour of me explaining shit, like us explaining shit, being very tired, is very, like, very short compared to the fact that we've been, like, playing for, like, 5 hours usually, at least.
Yeah.
5 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
So,
We left out a lot of important details.
it's okay, we're rambling.
Yeah.
The most important part
Rambling.
is that Blair is kind of, like, in her emo phase right now because of the whole fact that she's not coming to terms that Spirit is her warden.
Yep.
And, yeah. So they land, and, they're invited to a dinner party, which they don't have a break, so they go immediately to the dinner party.
We don't want to go.
We don't want to go. None of us want to go. Fairly's
I
like
was
the
a
only
tribal
one that
kid.
wanted to go.
I was a tribal kid. Excuse you. I don't want to go to this fancy party. I don't get elven politics.
Hi,
Minus politics, yes. Smash something in the face and you're the leader. Good job.
whoever punched the hardest is the leader of Goliaths. It's a very simple and easy to understand policy.
Yeah.
And then elven politics. Oh boy.
Oh.
So we return the sea elven princess back to her home, and then we're like, okay, can we go now? Like, no, you can't go. You gotta go to a party. Like, no, can we go now? Hey, Blair, you want to get paid? Yeah. Well, you gotta get paid at the party. Like, fine.
Mm.
So Blair is on the edge of freaking vomiting, even though she barely eaten anything in the past day or so.
So at the beginning of the party, Agatha and Blair just go to like goldfish.
Yeah, I make Blair
Again.
just goldfish after having
Again.
a after inviting another party member, which is a cleric. Thank God,
Finally!
finally, a cleric. A
I could
cleric.
have 30 health after being down.
That's true.
It
Cheyenne
happened.
just rolled over onto my foot. Anyway,
Yeah.
so stuff happened, and then we were at the dinner party, and I basically warned the dragon that was there, hey, there might be a shadow. Be careful. And she's like, yo, I'm chill. I'm cool. I'm okay.
She's really chill. She's the ice queen. The ice dragon.
Yeah, she's an ice dragon.
She chill.
Yeah. And
The ice. Yeah.
yeah.
Perfect.
That took you a long time to like word that out.
I mean, I said it.
After we finish this, you definitely need to go to sleep.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, freaking after that, me and Agback played goldfish. Go fish. Why do I keep on saying goldfish? Because that sounds more natural to say, honestly. And then, there was a situation with Figaro, but yeah. I mean, we got the quote, can I get myself a ye olde Capri Sun? And that was adorable. And then we're like, okay, now we get to go to dinner. And then we went to dinner, and we're all in fancy dress. We have our weapons, but we're all in fancy dress, so no armor.
We never really established what Agbeck wore. I was just like,
I mean, Blair wore a dress. Freaking Gareth wore a suit. And Draco wore a robe.
Yes.
And most of the girls wore dresses, I believe.
Yeah, I think all the girls wore dresses.
Yeah. And then...
And Agbeck wore, we don't know.
What did Agbeck wear? You can tell me right now. You're
I don't
live
know.
on the internet.
I don't know. Don't ask me. No.
You wear a smoking jacket.
Oh, what?
A smoking jacket. Google it if you don't know what it is. It's like a Hugh Hefner jacket. It's that robe thing, but it's a jacket, not a robe.
Oh, sure. I guess. I mean, he'd look completely out of place, but, you know.
I mean, we're not trying to fit a theme here.
It would look so weird on him. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
He wears a coonskin cap everywhere.
Take that fucking coonskin cap off. You fucking fool. You make me so angry whenever you tell me that there's a coonskin hat on your fucking head. I'm like, fucking, why are you like this? And then suddenly, after all the thank yous, of like, thank you for saving my daughter.
We all of us.
Thank you.
From all Elven Kingdoms.
And then me, like, all of us were like fucking awkward, and Blair's like, I'm gonna vomit. And they're like, let's dig in. And then suddenly, daggers from nowhere. Hell yeah.
Thank you, Spirit.
And then, so, daggers from everywhere. Blair's dead. I can't believe Blair's fucking dead.
I can't believe 2 of our champions are freaking dead.
Like, Blair and, Blair, the king, the princess, and Sephiroth, all down in one fucking dagger hit. Then the daggers explode. Which means we're down a death safe. And then I rolled very well for my fucking uh, initiative after the initial flock sneak attack round.
Which also left Agvek
Yeah.
at like
Actually, no, the sneak attack
3
round you
health.
didn't get. It's just you got
A lot of
to go
damage
before
still
us.
happened. Yeah, a lot of damage still happened, and then I was going
It
to
was
have to
from
wait
the
a turn for an
explosion.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, I gotta get Agvek down. Because he went before me because he had a natural 20 on his fucking initiative.
Hmm?
Me and, like, Spirit got a natural 20 on his initiative.
Oh. Seriously?
Yeah, that's why he got to go before all us. So he got the sneak attack, and then he got the whole I'm gonna hit everyone and make them die. So Agvek's down. Blair rolls and fails a death save, so I'm down 2 death saves. 1 more, I'm out. And then we fought, we healed, we got downed again.
Hi.
In Agvek's case, Blair was like, I don't want to fight this. I'm terrified right now. Even though we had a hero's feast, I'm fucking terrified. And if Fairley didn't say, hey, get the people out, Blair would literally hide underneath the table and cover her ears and pretend nothing is going on. And then, so, Blair helped people out, and it's like, this is your job then? And he's like, in her brain, he goes, yeah, this business as usual, and I'm like, business as fucking usual. And then everything stops. And it calms down for a second, and then everything goes dark outside. And he's like, hey, we can't, I think we're on the wrong foot right now. I want to fight you, but only you guys, the party. And I will fight you guys. But I need you to decide on when, where, and who would be the judge. And Blair's like, I don't want to deal with this. Wait, no, I missed the part. Before that happened, before that happened is when Blair is like, I'm so sorry, and like, my deepest apologies, like bowing as low as she can possibly go without like getting on her knees.
Just like,
To Archivane, and Archivane's like, it's okay, my dude. And then Blair basically turns to everyone like, my deepest apologies. And they're like, what's wrong, Blair? And then Agvek's like, I'm gonna fucking insight check this. And it insight checks Blair to, God, Blair is a fucking cockroach.
What? No.
No, that's how she feels.
Oh, yes.
Like Blair is a fucking cockroach.
Like, no.
And then, like Figaro also passed that thing, and then she tried to deceive everyone, and the deceive worked on Fairly.
But not on Agvek.
Or Figaro. And they're like, oh, it's okay, and Blair's like, nah, it's not my fault,
No.
And then
Agvek
it's looking at her feet, and Agvek's like, I'm gonna come over to you, I'm gonna pick up your chin, and go like, it's not your fucking fault, my dude. I'm like, I'm not looking at you.
You deserve to be here.
And then you got a hug. And then I got a hug.
First hug.
It was the first hug of the campaign.
For Agvek.
For Agvek, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he picked people up, but you didn't really hug them.
I mean, Blair has only hugged, I believe, Bliss and Amelia, honestly. In campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And Amelia was because she came back to life.
Yep.
And then that's all the whole situation. Like, yo, this is an unfair fight, my dudes. You want to fight again? And Blair's like, hey, Arkenvane, are you cool to be the judge? And she's like, yeah, as long as you don't fucking slouch that hard. And Blair's like, no, I'm the shittiest person ever. I'll try to stand taller, but nah, I'm the shit. I'm so fucking shitty.
But she isn't actually.
And then, Spirit's like, yo, I need you guys to confirm this, and the only voice I will allow this to come from. And no one actually, like, no name was said, but everyone assumed that it was Blair.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I was legitimately crying. And, like, out of character, I was fucking crying. And I was, like, doing the whole, like, I'm shaking my head sort of thing while I'm crying. And I realized, wait, they can't fucking see me.
And you're like, oh.
And then I was like, do I even have a choice? And Fairly's like, of course you have a choice. And I'm like, I don't have a choice. And then it was like, okay, game, set. And so we're gonna fight him. And Blair is terrified.
I just balanced all my dice.
So if you made it through the hour and 11 minutes, almost 12 minutes of me, mostly me, ranting.
With occasional.
With occasional of what the fuck's going on.
With occasional backstory that we failed to mention.
What's a backstory?
I don't know.
Blair's backstory doesn't exist. Everyone else did a backstory thing, and Blair's like, I don't fucking know.
I never wrote it down.
Yeah, but you at least did it.
Yeah.
Basically, Spooky does this thing where he RPs a backstory bit. And I was in the middle of doing my character sheet while someone else was doing their backstory shit. And then it eventually happened where I never did it. But everyone else did. So Blair doesn't have a backstory actually set. This is all assumed shit. It's just basically me and Spooky going back and forth like, is this cool? And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, is this cool? And Spooky's like, yeah, that's cool. That's my backstory. Oh yeah, and at some point we got a bag of holding and we've got all this shit. I should end the recording.
Probably.
Well, see you later, guys. Woo! Okay, yeah, done.